Hello and welcome along to Moss Valley. The weeds need clearing from the newly planted canola, and Field 25 needs liming and mulching ready to seed with winter wheat. Meanwhile, the bakery has reached capacity for bread, and the chickens have no more space for eggs. Can we clear these and get the rest done too? Let's get farming. Something I realized way too late is that I completely forgot to mulch the KiwiMedic field. We have, we're going to lose, I think it's 2.5% because of that. Not much I can do at this point, but this is why we really need to mulch our other field today, why we need to get field 25 mulched, as well as finally getting its pH under control. As a result, we are going to be setting this job here on a courseplay course. So we want it to do 3 headlands, 1 tool. We're going to go headlands and sharpen the corners, and we want to go longest edge. Let's generate a fieldwork course for that. That is all looking good. We close the generator. You can see that's nicely set up. So we will set that going from first waypoint. And then, yeah, that will clear all the weeds out of there. That is a hoe, so it will take these bigger weeds that we've got in this field and get rid of them completely, which is fantastic. And so now we're going to take the TM155 here with the trailer full of lime that we've been holding on since before we seeded field 25 after the grass. And we're going to get that spread on the field. I'm not expecting it to be a massive increase, just enough that we can get the job done. And actually, this is having fun pulling it, this tractor. I thought this would be fine with this. Come on, through there. And then we'll turn it on. Nope, we need to open it first. We did make this mistake before. That is open. Try this again, and on. Have I not connected up my PTO? I haven't connected up my PTO. That is why. And this time, are we having any effect? I think it might be this spreader that's bugged, because I'm missing something here. We've got an automatic application rate. Lower gauge wheel. There it is. So yeah, it is. A lot of people were telling me about this spreader, that maybe it wasn't the grass that I was unable to spread it on. Maybe it was something with this. And yeah, it appears this has a lot more options. And last year we just missed this whole thing about how it worked, and therefore failed to properly get it running. And now it is. We are able to get it up the field. Although, as I said, this trailer full of this is slow going with this tractor. What worries me now is how much lime it's going to take to get this field in shape. We are under half of this left. And we've only, well, we haven't even made it once around this field yet. That does not bode well. So what I think I'm going to have to do is go and order some more lime, get it delivered to the farm. We went through a lot of lime previously, and we have got a couple of bags at the farm as well. This might be enough to get this corner done. I want to go up here at an angle of about 312. I think I worked it out at. Yeah. Can get the angle right. Then we can get this corner filled in with what we've got here, and then go and refill. And at that point, we should be in a pretty good way to get the rest of this field done. We also, while we're waiting for the delivery of the lime, we're going to have to move eggs, because I have just had alert that there is no more space at the chickens for eggs. And we kind of knew that already. So we need to clear those and get that done. And we've still got 2,000, just over 2,000 litres left in this. So we might not be too badly off. Let's go for 312. And that is where I am going to set my first waypoint. Set second. And 317 is where it seems to be sitting. Hopefully that will help us to work our way across this field. On the way back down, though, we are about to run out of lime, and there we go. So we'll head back up to the farm. We'll get some more ordered, and then we'll go and move the eggs out of the way. Make sure we've got space for more eggs to turn up, and that should work out pretty well for us, I think. Actually got 4 bags of lime here, so we'll go and move the eggs, and then we'll refill the spreader. That will work quite well for us if we can do that, because then I can get them ordered, and while we're waiting for it to arrive, we should have enough there to at least keep the field going. I want to see how much that fills, because if those fill that up fairly well, what we'll be able to do is then come in and only need to get maybe another 4 to 6 bags of lime. That will keep the price down quite nicely, which we really, really need to do. So underneath, get those. That. I want to get the second one as well. Ideally, I want to get these onto the other trailer. Should have really got it round here. Oh, wow. We're going to break some eggs if we are this bad at doing this. Get that a bit further down. I think these are mounted a little bit higher on here. If we move these out of the way for now, it'll be able to get more eggs in, and we'll load them up onto our trailer or to transport them with the Land Rover a bit later. We're going to transport the bread on our bale trailer behind us there, because there's going to be an awful lot more of that. Moved enough eggs out the way to allow the chickens to keep producing for us, which is good news. As long as the bread isn't telling me that it's got no more space, we're all right. We do need to put some more wheat into our windmill. At the moment, we're not producing any wheat flour, so I need to go and get that sorted. All 4 bags picked up, backed out, and we need to get these loaded up into our spreader. So over the top, and oh no, a little bit further. That should do it. Yeah, all 4 of those are loading in, and there we go. All 4 of them going in, and that's looking pretty full actually. I think we may be 80% full. That would make sense to me, that we were 80% full from that. So let's have a look. How much have we got? Ooh, 90% full. So if we order 5 more bags, that would give us another full load of this, which will probably get the job done. So I'll get the order. In fact, we'll order 6, because that will be then 2 full loads into this, and will mean that we are at full capacity. In fact, no, we only need 4 to fill this. So I'm going to order 4 more bags, and I think that should do the trick. Yeah, 1 more load should do this. We're coming up to 50%, and we're about halfway through the field. So it looks about right for us to have 4 more bags on here. Another 8,000 litres will work really well. And that's fine. They are on the way. I don't think we're going to get to seeding this today. I was hoping that we might, but I think it's unlikely. But looking at the price of eggs, that's not a bad thing. Sort of max price or top price is 2,494, and we're currently showing at 2,140-ish. So we've got another £300 for it to rise. It's very likely it will do that in the second half of October. Whereas if we look at the bread, that is still well below its best price of 3,256. So we're looking to do a massive sell-off of that next month. We're out of lime again, and in fact, yeah, we're not going to need a full thing of this in order to do that, but that's okay. Let's turn it off, and let's close the door at the back because we don't want anything coming out. And we'll head up and we'll get the 4 bags loaded into it. But yeah, there's no way we're going to need all of it. We could probably have got away with just a single bag of lime, I think, to finish this off. Thankfully, lime is fairly inexpensive. And so 4 bags, I think, was about £1,400. Not expensive at all for us to do. So we'll just get it picked up and dropped in. Load it back up, and then we can get to mulching, and we'll then be able to get to seeding and rolling it next time, and that'll work out pretty well for us. As I said, I want to load up the eggs. I'm fully expecting our eggs to be selling next time, so we'll want to do that. And of course, we then want to maximize the bread sales after that. We have a lot of bread, and if we can sell bread at £3,500 per 1,000 liters, we are going to make an absolute killing at it. Currently coming out of our production, yeah, look, we are maxed out, so we really need to get over there and make some space, because at the moment we have 7,000 liters of bread sitting there. So that's 35,000 on its own, plus all of that flour that still needs processing. There's so much to get processed in the next month. So we want to clear that off as quickly as possible. In fact, what we'll do is as soon as we have got this liming finished, we'll get this tractor mulching on Courseplay, and we'll go and deal with that bread. We'll take the flatbed down there and we'll start loading it up. Last little bit of this field and we're all done. There we go. Right, let's go switch out this spreader, grab the mulcher, and get this field mulched down. I'm actually slightly surprised that our garden is still going. I haven't refilled that with anything for ages, and yet we still have lettuces being produced from it. We've got plenty of water, plenty of seeds, plenty of manure. Yeah, it's still going strong. That's absolutely fantastic. That is just getting money in slowly but surely. Lots of lettuces just keep coming in, and that is just making money for us in the background, which is awesome. We need to get this hooked up. I notice I haven't got the PTO done, so we'll do that before we create a Courseplay course. But now we should be able to get field 25 finished off and ready for planting. So first things first, we've got to connect up the PTO. Bring this to here. Connect that up. Connect up everything, hydraulics and PTO. Good. Let's create a course. We want up and down, longest edge, 3 headlands, 1, and we want sharp in the corners. Generate me a course. And there we go, starting up at the side there and finishing down here. That should work pretty well for us. While we're getting up here, let's unfold this so it can hit the ground running. And then, yeah, that is gonna just zoom through this field. First waypoint, and away you go. Mulch in the sorghum. Meanwhile, we're gonna head down here and get the bakery working again. Bring this round. It's just up and around the corner here. There is a forklift at the shop, but we're just gonna use this. Wow. I think we're gonna have to bring the trailer round here and just try and park it in this last space next to that car. If I do that, we might be able to load some up, but yeah, it's not going to be easy. I take those end 2 first, then That will give me some maneuvering space. Let's get our wheels back to correct so that we've got more maneuvering. And bring the forks in a bit. Yeah, so if I take the N2, it'll start producing them there. But we should, at least for a little while, have some maneuvering space to load them onto the trailer. That. And back out. Oh, wow. That's going to knock that one out of position as well. Yeah, there's going to be no easy way to do this. We're just going to have to keep stacking onto the trailer and hoping for the best, I think. Because this, at the moment, it's not going to make things easy. In fact, this is going to make things quite difficult with the limited amount of space we have. Wonder if we'd be better off putting that trailer on the other side, near that picnic table. After mucking about for a bit, I've worked out how is the best way to load this trailer up. In fact, with any type of pallet, we want to get this as thin as possible. Yeah, make sure that's in there. And yeah, they need to go on sideways like this. So we should be able to go at least 2 stacks high. Although what I might do is just put a double stack in the middle when we're ready to sell at slightly higher, so that's across. But those have all sort of slipped on there. Okay, I shouldn't have started at the back either. That was not the best maneuver, but we are in there. Strap that down, and that should strap that one. Yeah, that's going to go underneath, so that one's strapped down as well. So that means that our bakery will create another load of bread. We should be able to load that up, and by the end of next month, I'm hoping that we're going to have a whole load of bread to sell and make a good amount of money. We need to make a massive amount of money this year, though. And with most of our wheat and our barley and our sorghum not yet actually done, not actually produced through to flour and through to bread, I think it's going to be most of the year to get that done. So I think we're going to have a massive payday near the end of the second year, and this is going to be close. I really need to make about £500,000 as quickly as possible. We're going to make a good amount, certainly, to begin with this year. But I don't know how much we're actually going to, how close we're going to get to that target. This is the problem. We've still got 76,000 litres of barley, 66,000 litres of wheat. So there's about £70,000 worth there. We've got 83,000 litres of canola. Now that's about 100,000 on its own. So that's really good. It is slightly annoying it doesn't tell us how much bread we've got. But if we can triple our bread. So if we've got 30,000 litres of bread, which is possible, especially if we look in here. Yeah, 7,000. Okay, we know we had at least 7,000 plus I think another 8. So we've got a good 15,000 litres. So 3 times that, we've got 45,000 there. But we have all this flour and we're still making it. We're still producing flour in here. We don't have a lot stored, so it's got to all go through. But this is what I mean by the end of next year. We're expecting quite a bit. And we now need to fill up the wheat and the barley in here and keep those processing as well. So with both of our medium-sized tractors at work at the moment, one of them weeding and the other mulching, we're going to have to use our little tractor here to do this. We'll do the wheat first. This only takes 16,000 litres at a time, so it's going to be something we're going to have to continue doing over the next few days. And yeah, this little tractor's struggling, but we're not going to be climbing any massive hills with it. We're going to be doing a little bit of reversing up the slope to our windmill, but that should be all right. Especially if we come at it this way. I think I need to put a roadway in, actually, round here, because ideally, I want to come down here, turn here like that on a roadway so that I can then reverse up. And yeah, this is where it might struggle. But if we come across the slope like this, it shouldn't have any issue at all. And in fact, looking at this, our 8340 is going to be available for us to get this done the following day. So I don't think we're going to have any massive problems. I think next year we're going to have to sell these crops rather than get them going through the windmill, because I don't think they're ever going to process in time. And not a moment too soon, talking about that, our 8340 is done. We are not going to need this on the weeder for a couple of days, so we might be able to get this hooked up to the trailer now and get some more wheat in. I have just filled the trailer up, so it's going to be taking at least one more load with that. But we'll go and drop the weeder off this, and then for the next load, we'll be able to use this tractor. So second load with trailer round, and we'll press it up. And once it's tipped at the top here, we'll just drop it off and switch tractors on it. Because yeah, using this tractor for this job is not ideal. It does not have anywhere near the power of our 8340. But it has done pretty well, to be honest, to get this done. I couldn't be happier with it. This tractor's probably been underutilized on this farm. A lot of the jobs I had that little Zebra for on this farm have either been taken up by the JCB or have turned out to not really require much use from a tractor very often. For example, refilling the water in the garden. The garden has not needed a water refill in a very long time. And as a result, we haven't had to use the little tractor for it. It has just been completely underused. One thing I do need to do next time is move the chickens into the second chicken hut. We have an overload of chickens at the moment and could very well use them, well, do with them being split. We'll create twice the eggs and twice the income, because we'll get more chicks, and more chicks eventually means more chickens, which eventually means more eggs. So definitely want to be doing that and seeing if we can get the chickens to be a little bit more profitable. They're not bad at the moment. We've got lots of chickens and we will make money off them. We're just not going to make a huge amount of money off them. This is probably the last of the wheat for today, I think. It only really has space. Yeah, it only really has space for this trailer. It won't take another full trailer after this, so that's good. Tomorrow we could concentrate on getting some barley in here. That will still run till the morning fine. This we can deactivate, although we need to start getting straw bales collected up again off the other field and getting those processed. So I've got that job to do. We're fine in the gardens. Bread is going, although not very fast. This does worry me slightly. We may have to end up selling flour, I think. Best price for flour is 1,240 in December. So what I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to stop distributing flour here. I think we'll change the output to spawn. Yeah, and we will just spawn flour here. And we'll get selling flour after we've sold the bread, and that will help us make a bit more profit and clear things a little bit better. Meanwhile, our mulching tractor's doing fairly well. I think that can continue off camera until this job is done, yeah, then this field will be ready for planting next time and we'll get the winter wheat in. For now though, I think this is a good place for us to leave it for today. So all that remains is for me to say
Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.